Ladies and gentlemen, it's the climax of day 3 at the Johnson's Paint Players' Championship. What a night in prospect. After just 48 hours of action, we're already down to 8. This quarter-final could be absolutely red hot. 2 players at the peak of their powers. They've both been in major finals already this season, and this is a rerun of one of the most important matches we've seen in the current campaign in China. Both in top form. Only room for one in the semis. It's showtime in Telford. Introducing one of the most tenacious players on and off the table. Twice a German Masters winner, twice a world finalist, and runner-up in last year's Players' Championship. Give it up for the captain, Ali Carter.
All the best, Ali. Have a good game.
And his opponent, winner of 4 titles already this season, bidding for a 9th major semi-final of the current campaign. The most decorated left-handed player in history. Here he comes, the ace in the pack, Judd Trump.
All the best, guys. Have a good game.
The quarterfinals begin.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Judd Trump to break.
An opening quarterfinal in which no quarter will be given.
Yes, and as ever, I think if you're in Ali Carter's chair, you're thinking, well, my safety is going to have to be as good as that last shot, because obviously Judd Trump, when he's anywhere near his best, is very difficult to keep out. That's one way of doing it, with pretty watertight safety. But it still didn't keep him out. What a pot. I don't think Carter would have been disappointed with his shot. And this is not even a natural, really, to get around the angles. It's going to hit balls on the way through.
Six.
Came through against Chris Wakelin in the first round. We'll be hoping for a better start than he made on Monday. Little sketchy in the initial stages of that match, but grew into the contest and finished off with a 139 break.
$14.
You don't hear people saying
15.
that Judd Trump is the best dressed player in the world or anything, because he uses his opposite hand. He doesn't look as flowing as some of the others, but he hasn't missed one yet this week. So difficult to get anything on that shot when you screw off the cushion into a tight bunch of reds.
22.
There's never quite enough on the cue ball to spread the reds as you would like to.
Judd Trump, 22.
Over the years, the dynamic has changed in this matchup. I will recall when Carter beat Trump. As we see that failed attempt to get into the bunch. It was a shot in the dark, though. That's what he's got to do. I was about to say, when Carter beat Trump in the 2012 World Championship, it was all about tactics, guile. Now, though, Carter's equal in that regard. Maybe even a little more advanced. So Carter must attack. He must score. He must make his presence felt.
Nine.
Let's see how he approaches this shot. Clearly got to go into them. Yeah, kind of screwed in and out rather than stunned it through the bunch. Is the reason
16.
there's no easy pot if a pot at all. Yeah, I agree with you. He's got to get the right blend. Clearly, he's got to score when the chance comes. But of course, when he isn't scoring, he has to keep that other side of his game working. He's got the all-round game, I think, these days, Carter, to compete with anybody. So again, the break ends with the player
Ali Carter, 16.
trying to go into the bunch. They've both done it and not been successful. Any safety shot down that left side. Got to be careful on that red on by the left middle. Not to hit that on the way back. Oh, that's well played. Well avoided.
A massive reason why Trump is so successful. He's prepared to duke it out now. Not just a one-dimensional potter and break builder. He was always brilliant at that, and he remains so. But he's got another side to him now, which makes him so tough to beat. But that also applies to Carter. I think he's playing some of the most effective snooker of his life.
Indeed. It's quite thin, that one, and quite well controlled with that cue ball also. Well, this is the best chance the pair of these two have had in frame one. Be annoyed if he doesn't make something of this.
4. Five.
You can never rely on form that comes and goes.
12.
But one constant with Carter, he's always
14.
fiercely determined. And that's why this crowd, I think, is in for a real treat this evening. Yes, Trump is the favourite. But there's a big difference between a favourite and a certainty.
20. 21.
He's controlled the cue ball well so far. You know, on this match table again. And, of course, he played his previous match on the other table, but it's almost like he's never been off this table, the way that he's got the cue ball working in frame one. Even that shot is really nicely played into an area where he's got a choice of reds.
28.
It was nice cueing. Got to hit that with pace and topspin. Made a
29.
slightly difficult shot there. Look, very easy. And now his lead is growing all the time. Gonna need something of those reds on the other side of the table. The inside, as you look, and the right. Certainly one of them.
34. $35.
At first glance, it looked as though Trump had played a reasonable safety. But Carter cut the red in thin. And now surely he's the one who's going to draw
42.
first blood.
$43.
This is frame ball. If he can just drop on a red, basically this is over. But he hasn't. So there is life in the frame.
50.
This little ticklish one down the side cushion can be missed.
Yeah, he's done a lot of hard work. All of a sudden, the break, it's not quite ground to a halt, but he decided that there's going to be no more of it.
Ali Carter, 50.
Yeah, it's one of those mixed feelings. A good break, but not taking him across the line will be more than a slight annoyance. Got away with one there, Judd. Double kiss could have been end of frame.
You can never say the reds are sitting pretty. Just the opposite. But all the colours are on their spots. Carter will be mindful. He has to be careful.
He was never going to move the reds out either, was he? Because that's the only chance that Judd has got. But like you say, the colours where they are. More about these three reds. Interesting that he left Judd this one. It's quite straight and obviously difficult, but he thought it was worth just leaving it and saying, well, to use, and decided that he's going to play a different red in safety. That's such a good shot. That really is a good shot. The balls were crossing over each other, and he knew exactly what he was doing there. So it's a good refuse of the red. He's got here, he's got clear sight of that one red on the left, and really probably knows he could hit it very thin, that other red, take the cue ball down the channel on the left side that it's in now, but if he catches it too thick he leaves the other red. Judd refused. It's a dangerous moment in the frame. Carter should win it, but one mistake could still lose him the frame. Very thin. Oh, that is such a good shot. You know, the distance he was away from the red initially, did that with such a thin contact. You've got to admire safety shots as well as attacking shots at this game. Tiniest little nick on the red.
Okay, the red is on, but so is the pressure. This table now opened up.
Well, if he's taking this on, it's win or lose the frame, I think. Certainly lose it if this misses. Tough. Once again, got a second kiss, which has stopped the cue ball from being out in the open. Took on a big shot there. Yeah, and it did lose in the frame. It was a brave old attempt by Judd Trump. Had it gone in, maybe the frame was his. Sometimes I think when you're behind by this kind of margin in a frame, you tend to take a bigger risk with a shot than if you're in front.
The red that Trump missed,
7.
had he knocked it in, I think was borderline hot shot. And in the first frame,
8.
when you've not warmed up, you've not settled, it was an extremely high tariff.
10. 11.
I mean, I'd almost prefer to see him try and roll that in and be done with it and just see play it at its least amount of pace. If it goes in, then I think he does win the frame. Either way, if you miss it, playing it with pace or slowly, you lose the frame.
18.
Maybe give it every chance of going in if you are going to take it on.
$21. 25.
Carter looked
Okay.
sharp, just as he did last night in the early stages of his 6-2 win over Tom Ford.
36. 43 in the frame.
With breaks of 50 and 43, Ali Carter places Judd Trump on the back foot.
Thank you. The second frame. Ali Carter to break.
Now referee Leo Scullion in second frame. Ali Carter looking to double his lead. A man with so many motivations, Carter. If he were to win tonight, that would vastly improve his chances of playing in the invitation event in Saudi Arabia coming up at the expense of Ding Junhui. He will have no doubt taken that into consideration. He's across most things like that. First, though, the dynamite potter, Judd Trump, has to be tamed.
Yes, and he can get through to that pink. He had a look after the shot had taken place, so he didn't obviously play on the pink.
I'm on it, please, Judd.
And now Leo's got this problem putting this pink right in the middle of the bunch of reds here. It's a very unpleasant business. I have seen referees drop the ball and the reds go everywhere. I hope it doesn't happen. Goodness.
Saw it happen in a Premier League match many years ago when the Reds went all over the shop.
Thank you. 7. Eight.
Yes, he wasn't sure when he hit that whether he'd just overrun. He actually played it to perfection in the end. I think these players are certainly enjoying how this table is playing. The first 3 days in, it's been a delight, I think, to play
15.
on. Best players, best conditions. What more could you want?
16. $23. $24.
If you're looking for incentives, Judd Trump's still in the market to replace Ronnie O'Sullivan as world number 1. There's a big one for you. Delicate. And if he wins tonight, Neil, he will book his 8th world ranking
41.
event semi-final of the season. 8 semi-finals, that's a good career.
No,
32.
absolutely. He's had a very good season. That burst of ranking events in succession in the autumn certainly set him up for everything else.
$49. $40.
Amazing. You think he can go in front of O'Sullivan, given that it's not as if Ronnie's not winning all of his matches. He's not lost since November. I suppose he'd have to lose this week, though, for that to happen with the rankings. Always like that shot where they play deliberately through the gap between green and brown. It's something you'll practice
45.
quite a lot to find that gap. It's not a huge gap. If the shot's on, it's on.
$46.
Can't attack the bunch here. It's going to be the loose red.
$53. $54.
Yeah, a little straight again. He'd have to give this a bit of a whack. I think he was going to open these up. It's going to be pacey. It's a good effort.
61.
Cue ball will always arc from left to right on that shot. The top spin takes effect. But it's not great for continuing the break.
And you see it time and time again when a player is forced to take the cue ball off the top cushion first to go into the bunch. The odds are against them.
Well, he doesn't seem to be interested in playing the right-hand red of the bunch into the left middle in a double, because I think he'd be worried what he left. If you could play that without leaving an obvious red, he might just try and pot it, take another red off the table. But it's that red above the pink to the left middle that he wants to avoid leaving, and the red on the left of the bunch. So it's going to be a double, but very cautious, I think, if he does play it. Put the cue ball, I think, behind the black somewhere. It's a good
Judd
break,
Trump,
though,
61.
I thought. Good 61 break. Unlucky with the split of the pack, where it didn't end up winning him the frame. Very good shot. I mean, you're in trouble at 61 points to 0 down, but Judd is the one with the problem at the moment. How does he keep this safe? Cue ball's nailed to the black cushion. Every red in play, every colour in play. Looks to have done well there. I think he can get to the red to the middle, but it's a very acute angle. It's just a horrible shot. He's certainly looking at it. There's a gap, but this is... I mean, when you think of rolling a ball across there, what a difficult shot it would be. He's playing the double, I think, to the opposite middle, maybe. Trying to play safe.
That's the tactical acumen of Trump. He turned the tables in a single shot.
Desperately trying to get a red safe, which he's achieved there. 83 on still. I mean, it's plenty on the table. Very close. Again through the gap.
One.
Given the way these two are performing, you get the impression it won't take an awful lot to lose a frame. Just the odd misjudgment.
3. Four.
Green.
Green ball. 7.
The mathematicians in the audience clapping.
8.
This frame now very much out of Carter's reach.
$11. 12.
A lapse in concentration because the job had been done. Just like that, Judd Trump equalises. It's 1-1. 16 players came to the Players' Championship of 2024.
The third frame. Judd Trump to break.
Our original starting field has been whittled down to just 8. Tonight, the first slot in the semi-finals will be occupied. But by whom? If you've backed Ali Carter or you're a big supporter of him, you'll be encouraged to know the last 3 victories for Carter over Trump have been all in best of 11 frame matches, the same as this evening, including the first round of the Players' Championship last year. Also, the quarterfinals of the Masters this season. Caught that totally incorrectly. He's been fortunate. As good as a fluke, that, Neil.
Yeah, and the safety shot, trying to push the red up and down the table. You've got all those bold colours in the way of both the red and possibly the cue ball itself. It's worked out fine. Looked off for a little while.
Potential plant in the middle of the bunch is aiming towards the near jaw of the top left-hand pocket as we're looking.
We've overdone that slightly. It's still amazing when you look down the line of those shots because Judd doesn't appear to be aiming in the right place. At the very last second, he switches into line. It's a very unique cue action that he has.
Judd Trump 1.
Like he was trying to hit that red half ball. But it's worked over many years and it's certainly working at the moment.
Foul and a miss. Judd Trump 6.
I think it goes back. You get the feeling in the end he's going to make contact with the red and leave it safe. But he might have had to use a trace of left-hand side of the cue ball to try and take the cue ball lower from the cushion.
Okay, Ali. Pink right spot. I believe it was.
Yes.
I think the integral ball here would be getting the cue ball right.
Can we just double check that, Jan, for the...
Obviously, you've got to get the pink back because he might hit it again.
Well, it's the officiating A team this evening because
the pink is a bit closer
on
to the
marker
red.
duty there is Jan Verhaas, one of the finest game referees I think we've ever known.
And that middle red that you moved is a little bit towards the pink. Yeah, it's a bit more out. Pink is a bit more loose from the red, sorry. About 10 mil. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Judd, thanks. Thanks, Jan. I think it's maybe further in behind the yellow, perhaps.
They'd all agreed on that the balls were correctly replaced.
I think
Judd was consulted, he said yes, and now he gets down on the shot and now it's not right.
We'll go by you because you played the shot.
Hard to
I think it's still a little bit
get this right because
Towards it? Yeah.
probably the only person that really knew would be Ali. Of course, he's behind the shot. He knows what side he has to use, where he could hit.
Yeah. Good. Thanks.
He could try the same shot, you see. And hopefully, from his point of view, play it better. Hit the red, not the pink. Bit pacey. I think he's okay.
Lots of integrity there, as you might expect. He made his own life more difficult. Told Leo Scullion that the cue ball needed to go closer to the yellow and consequently made the escape a little more tricky.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time when both players didn't have to agree. I can remember an instance where a player was in a snooker and they put it back and that player promptly crunched in a long ball that he couldn't see the first time. Many years ago, before the rule was refined in the way it is. But that, you don't see many snooker players do that sort of thing. This ball is immaculate, isn't it? It's a beautiful safety shot. It's a real art in missing those bulk colours back into the bulk area. You hit them full ball and you leave Judd Trump with his hand on the table at a long pot. He's in the long grass now, though.
"10 years ago, a situation like this for Trump would be a hindrance, an annoyance. But he's come to relish safety, tactics. He enjoys the fact he's improved exponentially in that department. And although he wants to be flowing, of course, I think he relishes the battle these days. And that's why he's so successful. There's no weakness in any compartment of his game.
It looks like trouble, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not sure if he can get anywhere at the black end of the table. He can rest the cue ball to safety. And he's a bit congested along that black cushion. Resting it somewhere down there. Otherwise, you might have to have a dart at something improbable in that the safety shots don't really look on.
Coming up to 2 minutes to decide what to do. Will it be worth the wait?
It's a long time for Judd to be having a look, isn't it? It must mean there's no obvious way out of any of this. I mean, sometimes you just don't see a shot. Playing here some kind of containing shot, maybe. Oh, it's a marvellous shot. Oh, there's so much about that shot that's good. I mean, the pot went in. I'm not even sure whether that was part of the plan, but the cue ball was steered through a gap. That's one of the best safety shots I think I've seen all season.
Judd Trump, 1.
And it's not really a standard shot. He's almost engineered something out of nothing there. That cue ball's gone through the gap. I mean, I'm not even sure whether the red was meant to go in. Wonderful shot.
Visualisation and execution. That's why Ali Carter in admiration.
Now, that time he didn't miss the bulk colours, and the cue ball, as you see, is in the D, hand on the table rather than on the cushion. I mean, that red is absolutely straight. Plays the right-hand red. Now, if you hit it poorly, you might knock it in off the other red. I mean, you wouldn't want to. Clearly, you'd rather knock it in cleanly. Well, think about that. Oh, he hit that well, didn't he? It still never went in. Cue ball came back like it was on elastic.
Let's put it this way, you can't hit a ball better without getting the desired result. So close. Shake, rattle and roll. Don't be confused, even though the red is very close to a pocket. It's not in Trump's favour. And neither Neil is that.
No, the mistake has come from Judd this time. You think of the scrapes he got out of earlier in the frame, and at that time, maybe not in quite as much trouble as previous. Been a long while for Ali Carter. He last potted the ball towards the end of frame one. But sometimes you have to sit out and wait at this game, at this level.
Ali Carter 1.
At this level, on this stage, against this opponent, balls like that simply can't be missed.
One.
Yeah, it was right jaw. I don't think these tables are quite, the pockets are not as genuine as at others around the world this season. I mean, I have seen maybe more generous pockets than these. They're absolutely standard, as they should be. I think sometimes people just judge a table's pocket size by the breaks that are made. It's not quite as simple as that. If the conditions are good,
4.
pockets are not generous, they'll still make breaks this level, no problem. I think he needs to pot the pink soon, just to get it away from there. You don't really want to
5.
save it for too long. Get it on the spot, move it away from the pocket.
Eleven. Twelve.
The blue remains on, just a tad steamy with the cue ball.
Seventeen. Eighteen.
You see it repeatedly with the top guys in snooker.
23.
If they have 2 of the 3 highest value colours available, that is more than enough to work with.
24.
Yeah, he's got a handy lead and some more to add to it. And then all of a sudden that safe black starts to come in Judd Trump's favour anyway, because it's not him that will need it.
Don't know whether you agree, Neil. I think Trump looks really focused tonight.
31.
I thought that about the pair of them until Ali Carter missed that pretty straightforward pink. And he's been frozen out. Maybe that was the reason between pots. Yes, I mean, he beds into a tournament well, Judd Trump.
37.
A little bit short of a gallop, if you like, for his opening match. And then he got
48.
better, as you said. That 139 to finish against Chris Wakelin, a man he's never lost to. But usually, any time he's here at the weekend, he's going to be a pretty formidable player.
$44. 45.
This season, by and large, he's been on the money and in the money. If he wins this tournament, he takes his season earnings over £900,000. That was a wobbler. Just about
51.
falling in.
So that's the frame. That's why there's some applause. Not a classic frame, but has held himself together and been a decent break.
$57. 58.
Trump now turns his attention to making yet another century. He's already made more centuries this season than anyone else.
$64.
Well, if you might play the more awkward red here to get it out of the way.
65.
Zipping back down the table. Now that's how to bring the other end into play. Be a difficult century. This shot tight on the cushion. Not easy. Rounds. Freewheeling a bit now, isn't he? Now the frame's over.
$71.
Looking for century number
76.
68 of the campaign.
78. $81. $85. Trump, 85.
Not his best effort, but the frame well and truly won with a break of 85. Ali Carter missed the pink, and now Judd Trump's in the pink, leading 2-1. It's Judd Trump's stock
Okay,
in trade. He
Thank you,
produces
frame
such
4.
wonderful shots. There, though, it was just a case of punishing a poor shot from his opponent. Can Carter get back to all square going into the interval?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have played the other side of the yellow, not in there. But he'll take it.
If the pyramid was all together, the jeopardy on this would be minimal. But the Reds already developed.
Just wonder if he can lay on the bottom red here. Down the table. Thinking not. If not, it'll be perhaps the two-cushion glance on the left-hand red. This has got to be good if he plays this shot. No, it's good. First time as well. Often players go cautious on shot one, miss everything, and then get it right shot 2 or 3.
For 80% of that shot, I thought he's got away with it. If the red closest to the cue ball is obscuring, and it is, he has got away with it, big style.
Just wonder if there's a red to the left middle which went, but even then it would be difficult. Yeah, it was not a good shot for once. And sometimes at this game, luck plays a part. He was lucky on the previous shot, getting the snooker behind the blade. And that was not a very good pop attempt.
Wow. Good trump for.
It's the worst thing. If I'm in the jaws, it's not a very nice shot for Trump. In hand, the red cuts. One or two have gone astray. But Judd, just when you'd be looking to press on, and if he was to walk out at 3-1, I don't think you could argue with that scoreline. But one or two shots now have started to go slightly wrong. One thing he has done tonight, Ali Carter, he's not been scoring as well as he can, but he has been finding that Bolt cushion with pretty monotonous regularity. Hasn't always stopped Judd from scoring, but got the weight right on all those shots. Never been a player that enjoys playing from down there. And he's got to find a way back to the bulk area himself now. It was like Carter is playing the attacking safety and Judd trying to find a way out of the mess. Oh goodness, that was a fluke. That was a fluke. Surely it was a fluke. There's not much of a reaction from either players. He may have come round to have a look, but really he couldn't really play that with any great feeling you'd get it. Two reds were miles apart.
Judd Trump, 1.
And in the end, Neil, we just saw Carter couldn't stifle his reaction. Trump's having the better of the good fortune.
Yeah, I mean, anyone wouldn't be overjoyed. I mean, there was a fluke earlier as well. Now he's in trouble. Black is in the way, really, of the shot to just lay on the reds down the right. That's the channel he'd like to send this cue ball, but Black just blocks everything off, hitting that side. It's no fun, this shot, I tell you. There's almost an argument here to just have a great big yahoo and hope to flute one, but that's always a sort of not the first idea. I think you might be doing that, you know. Well, there you are. Not much moved, but he didn't know what else to do, and it looks like it's reckless, but it's not really. I mean, if you haven't got any shot, you could flute one, or something could happen. Unfortunately, it didn't. None of it did.
And Maguire, named after Stephen Maguire, who tends to adopt that philosophy when he's in a snooker of extreme difficulty.
One.
The configuration of the reds, not exactly orthodox so early in a frame, but they're promising, very promising.
Well, the problem is he can't really play on the black anytime soon because the black spot's completely tied up. It'll go on its spot, but that will be the end of the black for the foreseeable. So he doesn't want to pot it until that area in the centre of the table around the black spot is cleared. So I'm sure it goes on there. I think he'll stay on the blue, maybe the pink.
12.
Seeing that himself now, puff of the cheeks. Certainly wouldn't be playing on the black. Yet.
13.
I think under sufferance this time. He's played on the black because he couldn't get on any other colour. Now, whether he can screw into the area where the black would be respotted and just clear everything. Doesn't look on either.
27. 26. $27.
I think that was a really good shot to finish up there from where he was. He had no distance between the balls, not much angle. It's also a good shot. Yes, the break's becoming more difficult, but he's inching away in the frame, isn't he, with this contribution as well.
33.
Typical Trump break this. He doesn't have immaculate cue ball control. You think, well, hang on, he's made all these centuries, but he's made them in a very much a style of his own.
$38.
He's not a classic break builder, but he's got a way of doing it which is extremely effective. Well, that's thankfully the camera operatives are all safe and sound. Nobody hit on the head or anything. I mean, I thought this might happen actually. Oh, there's the table.
Yep, yeah.
Off it goes.
One.
Now liberating the black is Carter's responsibility, but he doesn't mind. At least he's got the chance.
Six. Seven.
It's not bad at all finishing there. A nice angle, you can just run it in and up the table for blue or something lower value.
13.
I mean, he's queuing down on the ball here. I think it's almost like a bouncing shot. You see the cue ball bounce. The red was bouncing, end up on the deck.
Yeah, the Trump shot choice there, it's a little bit like cricket's baseball, isn't it? If you love when things go right, you can't criticise when the boat is pushed out again. But it was asking an awful lot.
Thank you. Ali Carter, 18.
It'd be a good frame for Carter to win this. He's not really... When he came to the table, there was not much chance of him winning the frame there. .21 points is a handy lead, but in no way is that decisive where the balls are. Carter's all out to try and get to 2-2. He would be delighted if he could. Given that he's probably been outplayed, he may not have had much of a rub of the green either, I'd say. And now he's left this red to middle. The 3-1 looks more likely now. When Ellie laughs, it's not usually a laugh of happiness.
One.
create a positional value in the yellow.
Oh, this could be a brilliant shot if he's on it. Is he on it? Maybe a trace of right-hand side, I think that might go. Sometimes you have to play that with more topspin than low on the ball. I think it can just make the pot with side.
Good trump
I
three.
think you had to roll that. I think if you roll it, then, you know, it takes more than stunning it. For some reason, when you stun those, the side doesn't really take effect as readily. He's annoyed. Given Carter a lifeline here. It feels like the frame that he shouldn't win, but he might have a sneaking feeling he could pinch it.
I know I'm repetitious, but I think this is the key to Trump these days. The safety game has gone through the roof in terms of its effectiveness and his willingness to employ it.
Yeah, he played the double kiss safety. You know, if you don't hit that squarely, the ball can go haywire and end up in all the wrong spots, but he did.
A tough shot per se, especially when you've not had a lot of quality table time and you're not in potting rhythm.
Well, he made such a promising start in frame one, looked good, and he has missed a few opportunities since then. I mean, that was a difficult shot. But like you say, he's been starved of any meaningful table time.
Trump likes the fact the green's safe. Another string to his bow.
Yes, another good shot. Have to swerve onto this red, but it's going to check from that cushion. There's a problem. And it never goes very far with that side on it, playing thin. It's a very scrappy old frame, this one, and it's going to be a pretty important frame, I think. Say, Carter's hanging on in there with an outside chance of stealing it.
One.
I'm not sure how he gets the two reds open from where the cue ball's finished. I mean, the pink's quite thin a pot into the green pocket. Maybe just taking the green out into open play is the way forward for here.
Rainbow.
Prepare himself for a further launch at trying to win the frame.
Ali Carter, one.
Now, of course, Trump's got to open up the two reds because he has no other shot. I think even though he didn't open them there, if Carter can get distance between these two reds, something will have to give. Trying to take the cue ball wide around the angles here. Interesting frame, the way it's worked out. It's not been a classic frame, but it's quite a bit riding on it in this first part of the match.
These are the kind of frames Trump used to lose a high percentage of. Not anymore. Almost like a badge of honour for Trump these days, that he fights and keeps things tight when he has to.
Wow, a miss.
Is it a free ball? The cue ball is running maybe to avoid that. Yeah, no free ball by any means. Goes back though. Be a bit careful on the scores. 27 in it. At the moment, of course.
Yeah.
Trump will need both reds, but if this is another foul, he won't.
Lengthiest frame of the match so far, but the conclusion could be nigh.
One.
Well, he wonders how he's going to get from colour, whichever one he chooses, to the last red. And will he even do that, or is he going to slip in another safety shot here? Maybe getting a colour safe and attempting the snooker might be the answer. Just don't think he's got any real shot to get behind a red, the red.
Pink ball.
Maybe putting the pink safe. Yeah. Hard to argue with that.
Trump, one.
Not completely safe, but it's better there for Trump than where it was. Well, I don't think he's had much run tonight so far, Ali Carter. That was a well-played shot.
Yeah, you don't want to beat the same drum, do you, Neil? But it's true. Hang on, though, a twist. And now Trump's decision to knock the pink safe vindicated.
Yeah, and strangely, if he pots this, it could be that the natural angle is for the cue ball to go somewhere close to the pink, somewhere towards that left side. Left middle, maybe the pink.
1.
The whole complexion of the frame, and therefore the match has turned.
Six. Eight. Eleven.
Well, what do you do here? I mean, the pot's very difficult. Take the run all around the angles. Trouble is, it's Judd Trump needs one more pot from here, so maybe it's a 50-50 decision. Which is... Wow. Maybe that was the right thing to do. It was a terrific shot.
Yeah.
He couldn't gain much from pushing it all around the angles, that brown ball, but he can certainly gain one doing this, knocking it in. Very difficult shot.
$20.
Well, this really would be a steal. It's a frame he's never really participated in. It's been all Judd Trump.
$26.
Tigerish. Ali Carter.
$33 in the frame.
He ignored the lady luck. Just remained fiercely determined. And somehow, don't ask me how, he's back on level terms at 2-2.
Please welcome once again Ali Carter and Judd Trump.
He still wants to come out and give us the okay. Okay.
So 2-2. It is best
Thank
of
you,
11
frame five.
for a place in the
Judd Trump to
semi-finals
break.
of the Players' Championship. I think an important figure here is Jack Trump, actually, Judd's brother, because I'm sure Judd must feel should have been 3-1 up, but see where experience comes in. A few words at the right time. Just focus on the rest of the evening. Ali Carter, it's a typical sort of Carter frame, really, the way he won it. Typically gritty, stuck in there, got the result, and has got on level terms, but still a possible 7 frames left. Of course, the whole feel of the tournament is different now. We're down to 1 table. All eyes on these two for the first semi-final place. Well, a great initial pot from Trump. He's done the heavy hitting in terms of the 2 ice breaks so far, 61 and 85. But this is the time. We've seen it a bit in this tournament, haven't we? From various matches have been level at the interval, and then
6.
somebody steps it up, and he's looking to be that person here. I suspect he doesn't want too many frames like the last one. He wants to. Judd, we know, is the top centurion of the season, 67 to his name.
11. Twelve. $19. $20.
Yes, he has such an array of shots, doesn't he? He's going to have to come up with another to keep this going. Black has no problem with position, but it's quite a disconcerting shot to play half ball. Never easy, that one.
Judd Trump, 20.
He's not that sort of style of player, is he? Floating them in, he likes to be more punchy.
One.
It's just felt to me that there's been a slight sort of hangover from recent matches with these two. Of course, the Masters was an absolute thriller that Carter won 6-5. Last year in this event, Wolverhampton, he also won 6-5. The final at the Wuhan Open was close. So it just seems matches between them have got to be close as he tries to get into the reds. He just caught the pink. So that did not go to plan.
8.
Yeah, no great surprise, but I've been
Ali Carter,
thoroughly
8.
enjoying the tactical battles that have been going on in the first 4 frames of this match. We're going to get lots more of it, I'm sure. I don't think either of them with the upper hand in that regard. Not so far anyway. Ali's been given as good as he's getting.
Yeah, I just think Ali Carter, one of the great things he does, he creates such an energy. Just the way he approaches things, the competitive demeanour he has. Just make things kind of tense, you know, you're in a battle. Of course, he was runner-up last year to Sean Murphy in this very tournament.
Yeah, half interested in the cue ball plan. It'll be more about the cue ball. His target, isn't it? Pink green. Yeah, the red on the left is going to be hampered as far as his bridge arm is concerned. I think but for that, he'd be taking it on. He might still do that. Deciding against it. Nice target in bulk. Same for a terrific pot.
1.
Well picked out. He's been, yeah. That was another feature of certainly the last couple of frames before the interval. Ali was getting, I think, the off end of the stick in terms of a little nudge here and there. But his attitude,
Ali Carter, 1.
his application have been spot on.
Foul and a miss. Ali Carter, 4.
Something he's been working on, I'm sure, Ali, the last couple of years, trying to keep cool out there in the heat of battle, as David said. It's easier to do that when you're seeing some results. The effort you put in that regard, you know, you win close matches, go deep in a lot of tournaments. Certainly playing with a feel-good factor, I think, this season is Ali.
Foul and a miss. Ali Carter, 4. Yeah. Thanks. Foul and a miss. Ali Carter, 5.
So Carter set the trap and now looking to take advantage. Trump catching the blue, leaving the red on.
One.
The head-to-head favours Carter 6-5, and 4 of those have been in deciders. So, you know, this is familiar territory for him against Trump, these close matches that he invariably seems to win. Well, he's annoyed here. My word, he's annoyed.
8.
Yeah, with good reason. That
Ali Carter,
was
8.
a golden chance. Quite a basic error. Ali knows that. He's giving himself a telling off. You can see there, but he'll get tuned back in, as is his way these days. I think the point you make's a good one, Dave, as well, about Ali, the energy he brings to it. I think he does it. He actually really enjoys it. You know, he's not laughing and joking out there, but you don't have to be doing that to really enjoy the battle. I mean, he knows what Judd brings to the table. Nothing he likes more than a good old tear-up out there, a good battle. This one's gone wrong.
Yeah, the question, I guess, is has that energy transferred to Trump? Is he feeling a bit under it here? He's had a few chances to pull away, certainly in that last frame, which he eventually lost. He seemed to be in control of. Now he just can't kind of get in here.
One.
But Carter does get another chance, pretty much straight away.
commission. Blue light-wise, 5 blacks would be 50 in front with 3 reds left on right side of the table.
Eight.
Oh, Alistair Carter. And this time he'll give himself a proper telling off with good reason. That is for any player worth their salt on the tour, that was a horror story, that shot. Doesn't need me telling him, but another huge chance. Gone a begging.
Ollie Carter, 9.
Yeah, they think the cue ball is too reactive.
I need to get some.
There's no way I could hit the ball.
I think Judd might have felt something in a shot.
Okay.
So he's asking Ali, I
cue
think,
ball?
do you think the cue
Change
ball
the
is
cue
too
ball, please.
reactive?
Got to locate one.
Is
That's the problem.
he playing the
Leon
shot or
Skurlin's
does
come to
he wanna
speak
wait?
to
No, he's going to wait.
Desislava
Stop the call.
Koshilova.
I'll get Paul to radio up.
Someone's going to have to bring one in.
I'm
You radio
phoning
up
him.
to the office. You might not get a signal. They want the cue ball changed.
Okay.
Yeah, the last shot, it wasn't so much that one, it was the one before where Ali's trying to go round the back of the black, playing the red. He got too deep on the cue ball.
Can we please have another cue ball?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Somebody's already on the way.
Well, the message has gone out that another cue ball is required,
way
so
down.
it's being ferried
I'll
down
just-
here as we speak by somebody.
Wait till it arrives and we'll change it before you play that shot rather than if you want to change the result. Oh, it's on its way down, I'm told. If you play that shot and it doesn't work the way you want.
It's actually quite good that by Leo.
We'll
He's
stop the ball,
given
anyway.
Judd the option. Do you want to wait a few minutes till we get a replacement cue ball? So that's good. He just given the players.
Tournament office is about 3 miles.
Alistair saying the tournament office about
Oh,
3
I need
miles
to list
away.
of suggestions. You know what will happen, don't you?
Well, we're just going to have to wait. It's another. You get these sort of bizarre things happening, but the players agreed, which is good, I think. They both felt the
There will be
same.
one for the rest of the tournament, no doubt.
Yeah, that was the one that. And it was actually very good of Judd by sort of piping up to Ali saying, do you think the cue ball's a bit reactive?
Marcel Eckhart
Okay,
has
yeah.
sprinted down from the tournament office. Barely broke sweat. They sent the youngest referee down, I notice. Here it is.
You don't need your comments, thanks. Neil. Looks he's leaving.
Now there's a bit of heckling. Because what Carter did do on his last shot, he pushed the black safe because he's only 19 in front, so the table's got a little bit scrappy here. Take a bit of working out.
Ah, what a bonus that is. Rally.
Five.
I think what I liked as well with Judd coming and suggesting to Ali about the cue ball, he wasn't trying to get in his head or anything like that. It was he recognised that Ali had played a couple of shots with the cue ball spun too quickly. I would have noticed Ali's reaction anyway. Let's hope this one's Not as spinny. That's beautifully played.
10.
As I say, he pushed the black safe, so it's harder work here to get the frame one, even though he's got a useful lead.
$11.
This was the other shot. It was earlier on in the frame. See that? He just grabbed the cue ball so quickly there. And came to rest against the two together. So,
Well, meanwhile, he has seen the chance to get the big colours into play, and he's got the blue in the pocket and now on its spot. So this is a good chance now for Carter. He just got that look about him here tonight. This is kind of his sort of occasion.
16.
Big match against a big opponent, a big challenge, and one that he relishes.
$17.
Oh, he still needs another red.
yeah, I suppose the good news is it's almost a natural, just with a trace of left-hand side. A couple of cushions. Shouldn't be a problem getting on this.
$22.
Worth playing the pot, I suppose. He does have cover. No, it's a terrific shot.
Well played. Ali Carter,
Two
23.
snookers needed, but
And
he's
a
in one and he's not getting out. We see he had a few early chances. Judd Trump there for Ali Carter. As we see this terrific pot again has gone in front here. Fascinating match this. Carter leads Trump 3-2. Fourth frame, and he
Ali
won the
Carter
fifth as well. 3-2, best of 11. Place in the semi-finals of the Players' Championship. Well, what's happened here? Yeah, shake of the head from Ali Carter as he goes back to his seat. Having just won two really good frames, he leaves a red on immediately from the break-off.
1. $6.
Yeah, there's the break off. Far too thick.
$7.
You feel more than ever now Trump needs to score in this match rather than it all being bitty, because he's lost a couple of frames like that, both of which he had good chances in.
14. $15.
All the tournaments he's won this season, there's 4 of them. Judd Trump wasn't all plain sailing. There were moments, of course, along the way where he'd had to dig himself out of trouble.
Yeah, Judd's still feeling that this is another rogue
22.
cue ball, perhaps. He sort of jumped up off the first colour of this break, the blue. So he's a little unsure of whether this one is standard.
23.
It's not as bad as back in the club in the day when I was a kid, and a lot of people in snooker halls, a cue ball was like a table tennis ball. And 15 shades of reds, he thinks he's getting too much reaction on this.
28.
Well, have we still got the old cue ball? If anyone, this one seems more reactive than the first one. That was excellent, mate.
$36. 37. 44.
Perhaps unusual for Trump to sort of pick them off. He normally tries to get reds into play as quickly as possible. Gonna have to do so in the next couple of shots, clearly. This next one,
45.
gonna have to get them open. Which he's done. Next pot, you wouldn't say was dead straightforward, but he does get it, then every chance to win the frame in a single visit. Nicely done. So Trump really in the terrain he enjoys. With the balls open and a chance to kill it off with a big break.
$58. 59. 66.
So as you see, 2 pots away from securing the frame and taking us level. But more significant, I think, is how he would have done it.
Okay. 67.
Remember, Ali Carter broke off. He left a red to right middle. Judd Trump has done the rest.
74. 75. 82.
Well, now he's talking to Ali again, presumably about the same thing.
83.
He's did remarkably well because it is in his head, isn't it? The doubt over the cue ball itself. So, a tremendous effort, this. And again, typically
90.
classy of Judd to wait till the frame's well beyond doubt to, you know, just have a word with Ali. What do you think? What does
91.
it look like, maybe?
Maybe they change it again between frames, but in the meantime, Judd Trump closing in on century number 68 this season.
96. 97.
19 ahead of second place, so he really is out on his own. Here we go, the blue for a century, and a timely one for Trump. He'd lost two pretty tight frames.
102.
Has hit back in style. Ali Carter broke off, that's all he did.
Okay, 102.
I suppose if you're going to test the cue ball, this is the very guy to do it.
112.
Test it here.
Yeah, 115.
Yeah, it can't be right, can it? Oh, what a shot. All the party tricks are coming out now.
Well, it's what he needed. That break over 115
and a big.
to win a frame in one visit. That's his sort of snooker. So an intriguing match, as Stephen Hendry put it, and it's level at 3-3. So it's 3-3. Judd Trump has just made the first century of the evening, 115.
Thank you. Frame 7. Judd Trump to break.
Cue ball's not been changed, but Marcel Eckhart reappeared with a set of balls which are now in the arena in case any need to be changed again. Well, Trump, of course, won the frame off Carter's break-off in the last. Ali Carter knocks in a long one here and is in immediately. Terrific pot, this. In fact, Ali Carter's long potting for the tournament is 67%, so 2 out of 3 for the whole tournament. That's really good.
Six. Top 10. $14. $21. $22. $29.
Good stuff, this. Fast running out of open reds.
$30.
Some stage, obviously going to have to make a play on the cluster.
$47. $38.
Does he go now? He certainly has the shot in his armoury, deep with lots of left-hand side, to try and get the cue ball back towards the middle of the table if it meets the cushion that he's at. Oh, that's superb. Very unfortunate.
45.
He somehow got the cue ball to plough through them and then zip back one more time. Somehow or other, he hasn't left anything, well, remotely easy. And a red over the middle spells danger.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be very hampered on the red to far corner, the yellow pocket.
Yeah, his obvious concern here is I would imagine to try and get a red safe and not leave the one over the left middle.
Ali Carter, 45.
He was unlucky there, really. He played what looked like a really good shot into the reds. He got the cue ball moving through them, just didn't land on one.
Foul and a miss. Ali Carter, 4.
Yeah, this red over the middle course. Trump just trying to roll to them here.
Want to check it? Yes. Jim, could I see the...
Maybe just a touch this way. Slight touch. Yep, perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Davey.
Well, he's left something of a tempter, perhaps the far right corner and the right centre also. I think just happy to push the red to the side cushion. just felt it might have been a wee bit risky, so having removed that red that Judd laid on last time round, it's given him another quite sizable problem. Yeah, not a lot of distance there, about a centimetre, so do well to avoid the push shot. No problem leaving the cue ball in this corner again, but as you can see, that single red leaves a possible plant. Such an unusual situation. You don't often a table looking like this, right over the middle pocket and trying to block it. It's also true the lead doesn't mean much really. Trump were to get a chance, then they're all there for him. So this is a real standoff, an important one in this 7th frame. It was quite a clever shot that by Judd, wasn't it? Even if he'd left a red to right middle, it wouldn't have been easy. And at 49 behind, it's one of those you like dropping a line in the water and hoping to get a bite. You know, as David said, all he takes something on. There's danger. Big time, the way this table is. Got to get that same cover. Cue ball back to where it is. And he hasn't. He's left the cut, has he?
Yeah, this red is not quite level with the middle of the pocket. It's a little nearer the black end, so it is thin. But it will cut, surely.
One.
Well, the next shot feels even bigger. So Judd Trump, after that standoff, is in with a chance to get back into the frame.
4.
Carter unfortunate when he went into the reds not to land on one.
5. Twelve. 13. 20.
Be concerned. Certainly after what he witnessed in the last frame, Trump's century.
21.
Obviously, there's two reds touching one another need to be developed here.
Yeah, I think it's Judd also in this. Is it? Yes, he a couple of low blacks. He could have promoted them, and perhaps, well, probably a lot of players
28.
would have done early on. But it's the maturity of him as a player these days. He's thinking, right, just get the easy ones, get back on level terms, level footing in the frame, because you get so many options as far as dealing with those two reds. I suppose as a last resort, they do go to either far corner, but the way that he is able to develop these types of situations, you do fancy him getting nice on the colour that follows the last of the loose reds.
$39. 40. 46. Foul.
It's a free ball.
Judd Trump at 46.
And this is an
Ali
easy
Carter, 4.
takeaway now for Ali Carter.
Free ball.
Well, it was always going to come down, wasn't it, to those two reds, but that was unexpected. He finished close to it, and the free ball, a real twist in the tail. Carter won a very dramatic with a clearance, and now poised to do the same here.
Yeah, say easy. Nothing's easy. Got to concentrate hard. All things being equal, it's the sort of chance you simply have to take.
Rambo, thank you.
Because it is as good as it gets, this.
One. Six. Seven.
Just potted that in the wrong side of the pocket, so he's lost the cue ball. It travelled about 6 or 8 inches more than it would have done if he'd potted it cleanly. So, not out of the woods just yet. Gonna take a nice piece of cueing this green.
Yeah, the side slightly overdid it, so he's getting the rest out. Still pressure on these. 17 in front. You need yellow, green and brown. What a dramatic frame within a dramatic match. Another sigh, because he's not finished great on this green either.
Yeah, anything but short. Now what does he do? $19 to the good. Still needs the brown then. If you were to miss this, would be thick, i.e. the left jaw. Nicely done.
Thank you. 15.
Yeah, it was sort of great determination there as he got all the long stuff out. Right, okay, I'm not ideal on this, but I'm going to pot it anyway, and that's what he's done. Middle of the pocket, so the brown and Ali Carter will be back in front. Judd Trump had a good chance before that in off. He just finished close to that penultimate red. Left the free ball, and it wasn't plain sailing for Carter, but he's still done what he had to. Really gripping encounter this, as so often seems to be
24.
when these two clash. Remember, of the 6 victories Carter's had over Trump, 4 have been in deciders, including the last 2. And this just has the feel of something similar this evening. That frame was well and truly in the balance, but it's gone to Ali Carter. So in this seesaw battle, he's back in front at 4-3. So 4-3 it is to Carter in this race to 6 tonight to reach the semi-finals of the Players' Championship. Huge event as part of the Players' Series. Of course, Ali Carter, were he to go really deep, would have a chance to be in the new Riyadh Masters invitation event in Saudi Arabia, big money tournament. He said, though, his main aim was to rubber stamp his place in the Tour Championship, which, of course, is coming up here on ITV first week of April. Well, he lost the previous frame where he broke off 2 frames ago. After his break-off shot, he left one to the middle on that occasion. This time, he's left a long red. Not an easy one by any means, but Trump's knocked it in.
Three. Judd Trump 3.
Yeah, he wasn't ideal on it. He wanted to be on one to left corner. Just had to raise the bridge hand there. But in general, you see Trump not looking in the best of spirits, is he? Had a good chance, let's be honest, in the last frame, which went wrong. The real top players, they so often look so comfortable when they're bossing things, but of course, when you're in a dogfight like this, that's when the questions are really asked of you. That's when you have to show resilience. We saw that with Mark Selby this afternoon against Barry Hawkins. We've seen it with Trump this season. I mean, his great run began at the English Open. He was 5-2 down to John Higgins in the semis. Beat him 6-5. He was 7-3 down to Zhang An to beat him 9-7. So, you know, we know he can do it, and he's only 1 frame down here, but Ali Carter's really putting the pressure on this evening, winning a couple of crunch frames.
John Higgins actually made reference to the abilities that Judd has in the safety department. So people don't realise just how accomplished he is, the amount of times he plays a safety shot and gets you near that baulk cushion. Not just that one in behind the green, the one before it as well. Hampered, found the baulk cushion. Constant pressure. Well, if he's playing to flick the two reds just right at the black spot, he better get it. Otherwise, the cue ball's going to stay down there. Manipulating his bridge there, trying to work the cue ball.
Foul, and a miss. Judd Trump, 4.
Yeah, it's a difficult putback, this, for the referee, Leo Scullion. Just kind of, again, as always, put your trust in the player, and he'll be beyond reproach on this one. As Phil said, first half of this match, he actually hurt himself with a putback, and he's saying to Leo, no, it wasn't that easy, pal.
I reckon you could play it right onto that knuckle.
Yeah. I want to play it past the knuckle tonight. I don't think I could, could I?
Yeah, see, he's saying to Leo, no, I couldn't see as much of it as that.
Okay.
You got to hurt me a bit more, Leo, thank you.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, just
rolling.
Bro.
No,
A fraction this way.
yeah, not that much. No way. Keep going. That's it.
Yeah? Okay, thanks.
Yeah, change the shot. Hit and hope. Where's the red going? Where's the red? Wow. Wow, a little bit of payback. Listen, it's a good apology, and it kind of a sort of a meant in some kind of way, because that was a fluke and a half, wasn't it? Got some bad beats earlier on tonight. I say that one maybe a little bit of payback.
Ali Carter, 1.
A second apology. So Trump finds himself in behind the green. Amazing, isn't it, what can happen, really? He was in trouble. He gave it a whack and got lucky.
Foul and a miss. Ali Carter, 4. Yeah.
He played such a good safety, didn't he, to get in behind the green in the first place. Now he's in it himself through no fault of his own.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still thank you for that. Yeah. Ali, thanks.
Oh, what was some effort. All right, he was always going to have to rely on very good fortune. He left a red, but how easy or difficult, for that matter. Ali would have been expecting something easier than this.
One.
It's definitely true earlier in the match. Small things were going against him. In this frame, a big thing has gone for him. And this is his chance now to press home that advantage that has sort of come out of nowhere, really, in terms of how this frame has turned in his favour.
Six. Seven.
Sometimes the pressure of the situation makes a really good chance, as this is. It sort of, in a way, makes it more difficult because Alistair will know I should win the frame at this visit, the way these are sitting. So it adds its own pressure, a different kind. Because the match is so delicately poised. Every visit, every small chance, every half chance feels big, doesn't
13.
it?
Definitely. Now, I also really think, you know, who they're playing, the respective opponents, the history they got between each other. There's huge respect there. We heard it in the interviews with Rob at the start. There's some close matches. It's always competitive. And again, it's proving that way this evening.
14.
Yeah, he's just eased at the moment in terms of rhythm, Alistair. He's just been
20.
marginally more careful than normal because he knows that this is a huge visit. We know what
21.
Judd Trump's like. If you're to make a mistake, he jumps on it. Before you know where you are, you're 4-4. He goes crash bang wallop 6-4. You know, I know that's asking a lot, but that's why he puts pressure on you, even when he's sitting in the chair.
Check it. 28. $29.
Wasn't the cleanest pot, but he didn't react. Straight round the table for the black.
He See, there it is again, just having a look at the pink. He was never going to play it. Just doubling down on everything. Time being.
$36. 37. $44. Thank you. 45.
So, pressing home this advantage. The black puts him 50 in front. A couple more reds should do it in this 8th frame.
$52. $53. $59. $60.
Well, Judd Trump had him in trouble with a good safety behind the green. Ali Carter, second attempt, played the hit and hope, fluked a red, got Trump behind the green. And from the chance he earned from that, he's made this frame winning break. So it was a big moment for sure.
66.
And the pressure now on Judd Trump to try and find a response.
$67.
There it is. Incredible
74.
fluke. And it also got the black into the frame as well.
75.
Yeah, amazing. And they were both just watching and waiting and seeing if the red would drop in. You saw the apology. There was another one after that, actually, but the fact is you can't afford to be too sorry in this game. And quite rightly, he's pressed on with what he had to do, which is use the luck when it came along. Plenty had gone against him this evening.
Thank you.
So the break ends at 82, a big frame now. He presses on into a 5-3 lead. If Judd Trump is going to get Carter, he's going to have to win the last 3. An exciting match here, and Ali Carter has the clear advantage. 5-3, Judd Trump getting good support as he breaks off in frame 9, but he needs to win the last 3 to advance to the semi-finals of this Players' Championship. Well, that's the third frame in a row that red's been left on. Frame in a row it's been potted, this time by Carter. So this is to get it won.
4. Five.
That was a beautiful shot. The fact that he's absolutely perfect on this blue makes such a difference. Play for the 2 reds above the black. Absolutely perfect. It doesn't look much, but it means so much.
10.
Just to get above that blue line, it means that the next, well, potentially anyway, the next 32, something like that, are straightforward.
$11.
It also gives you a little bit of breathing space in the break itself for a few shots anyway, which is so
18.
vital. You're trying to put Judd away.
19.
You can play a bunch of shots without any real pressure attached to them. It all helps. Just gone a bit straight for comfort.
$26.
Not something we overly talk about with Ali. We tend to talk about cue ball, great cue ball control exponents at Ding, Ronnie, John Higgins, Mark Allen, that type of thing. But Ali Carter's
27.
cue ball is superb generally. Not this time though, just overcooked it a fraction. So he's going to have to settle for the plant.
$32.
The good news, the angle is beautiful to get back up above the blue line. Decision time. He's considering 2 cushions into them, but it's a mini risk that he doesn't have to take. So the building continues.
38. $39.
This might be Judd's last hope. For a bank on Ali not getting on a red. And hope springs eternal because he's not on one.
46.
Seemed to play it well, didn't he? But you just need that just little bit of fortune. Just one red he needed to be on, then could have continued. Just having to take a moment here to accept it.
Thank you. Ali Carter, 46.
Well, the sort of match it's been, we've seen a lot of twists, haven't we? And that could be another one there. Judd Trump, for now, lives to fight another day.
That's an awesome shot. You know, when you're in the positions in 4-6 behind, 5-3 behind, you simply can't afford another mistake, or it's the game's up. Yeah, Ali just said it there. Shot. It was a cracker. Here's Judd's chance. It's not a great one, but it's something. But he's got to get the long pot. One nearest the right corner is on. He's got to get this.
Four out of 10 from distance tonight. This is surely the most important. So in it goes, and here's his chance to pull one back.
Three. Four. Nine. Ten. Sixteen. 17. 24. 25.
Well, it must have been an uncomfortable few minutes in the chair for Trump, obviously with the fluke and everything that followed it, but he looks so determined
32.
in this visit. The initial pot, of course, was important, and now it's about just keeping things as simple as possible.
33.
Yeah, this time he's taking the difficult one this time round. He's got to take it at some stage, so no time like the present. This is not the only big shot,
40.
but it could be the biggest of them all. Nicely out onto the black.
41.
Not absolutely perfect, but the cannon on the pink isn't a huge problem, not for Judd, so do not take your eye off the pot.
Well, it's slightly wiped its feet, but it's there.
48.
Deep breaths. He's in front in the frame, and what a golden chance now to pull it back to 5-4. This is surely the match of the tournament.
49.
It's had so much drama and excitement and high-quality snooker as well. And also the temperament of these players is what's so impressive. You know, there's a lot of players after the fluke that Carter got in Trump's position. Life's
56.
not fair, the world's against me. That may all be true, but you can fight back. And that's what he's doing here. In style.
58.
Again, just slightly overran there. Gonna need the rest. And you've got to say, he didn't get close to it in the end. Just put himself under it slightly. That's the first ball he's missed in the whole tournament using the rest, and it's a big one. Left it, but stage were just set there for the clearance. We go into frame 10.
Yeah, that was a lovely shot. Just about got cover. Easy hit. He's looking for something around a full ball contact. And he hasn't got it. Chance again for Trump. And it's a very good one. No problem getting up. Close proximity to the brown.
Yes, and he just needs green and brown. He's 12 in front.
3.
His cue ball is running a bit. Just checks the scores. He needs the brown. He had the chance initially to clear. Missed the green with the rest. But the brown is in.
7.
So we are surely going into another frame.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, he did miss the green. It was a wee bit awkward, but the long red and the reds that followed were superb.
Judd Trump, 12.
Well, he had a long think, but he is going to come back to the table. Obviously, 2 snookers needed.
Frame conceded.
Yeah, the pink's gone close enough to the pocket. Carter's not interested now in playing on. So Judd Trump has pulled one back after the drama of frame 9. What will frame 10 have in store? We'll find out shortly. Carter leads 5-4. Terrific match in progress here this evening. Quarter-finals of the Players' Championship. Ali Carter leads Judd Trump 5-4. Who's going to win? You can use the hashtag ITV Snooker. Let us know. Trump winning the last frame. Just feels like it's sort of destined to go the distance, this one. We'll see. The break-off shots actually have been significant, haven't they? Been a lot knocked in off the break. But it's hashtag ITV Snooker. You're following on social media. Ali Carter first back in. Judd Trump will join us shortly. And it's hard to call. Obviously, Trump didn't Okay, didn't clear up in one visit there, but he showed a lot of resilience after playing with the fluke and all the rest of it to win the frame, and now it's up to him to try and take us the full distance. Cracking atmosphere here, the crowd loving this.
Okay, Ali. Thank you. Frame 10. Ali Carter to break.
Yeah, now he switches sides on the break off. He looked back to his chair a wee bit disappointed. Yeah, as David said, it's been a feature of this tournament, a feature of a lot of tournaments these days, this red. Can Judd find it?
Foul and a miss. Judd Trump 4.
Well, couldn't have got any closer without hitting it. Trump may feel he can get him in more trouble here. Could have done with avoiding the yellow, though.
Yeah, tough pot this. The good news, it doesn't have an awful lot to do with the cue ball. If he wants to play on the blue, probably will go deeper. Get the cue ball back, probably in bulk. He went all out aggressive. And he certainly left one, well, a couple. Now then, can Judd find one good piece of cueing to set this chance up for himself? Puff of the cheeks by Ali. I think he was expecting, like that fella there, that red was going to disappear. This is a good chance for Carter. To mid-distance. Red's well within his compass. Under normal circumstances, you'd fully expect him to knock one of these in. Yeah, this one's better, I think. The one to left corner's less impeded in his cueing. There's not going to be any bet hedging here. It's going to be all in. You're leaving plenty. Got to get this.
One.
Sign of great confidence. Totally backed himself to get it. Get it he has. Good chance.
Ali Carter's not someone who pretends he doesn't care. When he's out there, nothing matters more. He's one of the game's great competitors. And he's got a chance here to put himself into the semi-finals of this huge event, the Players' Championship, where he was runner-up, of course, last year in Wolverhampton to Sean Murphy.
8.
He's played some really good stuff this season. Runner-up at the Wuhan Open, runner-up, of course, at the Masters. But he wants more trophies.
14. Nineteen.
Yeah, I think he's frightened that he wants to play it with topspin, 2 cushions for the black. But when you play with topspin, you can drop your grip hand with the rest, and he could foul the blue because his cue is just hovering above it. It's not the shot itself and the cue action, it's when he delivers through. You want to push the tip up in the air in some way. That's why he's changed his mind back for blue.
Thank you. 20.
That's not too bad. Yeah, sure, he overcooked the cue ball, but better over than under. So looking for a nice cannon. And that will do nicely. That is the dream result.
25.
Yeah, in fairness, he's been a little unlucky at times going into the reds, but this has finished nicely.
$26.
Well, as in the last frame, Trump needs to, of course, stay focused in that chair if the chance comes. But he'll be concerned for sure.
$31.
Yeah, he's so keen to get the pink in play. He can off this red, but it means his cue ball isn't guaranteed.
32.
And there you go, he's short. Okay, in and out of balks, no real issue, but it's got to travel. No problem with collision, you wouldn't think. Not absolutely nailed on to get nicely on a red. Big shot.
$37.
Far from ideal. It's gone awkward. Yeah, the one to left corner at least offers some kind of bailout for probably Bolt colour.
That's it. $43.
And this time, it's not good at all. Okay, red to right centre. Obviously, the more pace he injects into it, the tighter the pocket becomes. Can he find a sweet piece of cueing? Because he's leaving one.
Ali Carter, 43.
Now, Trump's having a good look here for this red. It's pretty tight.
One.
More drama then. Carter just didn't get nicely on a red, was left that tough one. He took it on. Now it's out of his hands once again. He was in this sort of position in the last frame, wasn't he? 46 in front in that one.
Seven. Eight.
This is why when you're sat in that chair, it's so important to keep the negative thoughts at bay. Trump was sat there. It was out of his hands, as it's out of Carter's now. But he had to be ready. He did get the chance, and it's come.
15. $21.
I'm not happy with something there. I don't know whether it was the contact or he just threw in a poor one. You never discount this guy, do you? 4 years ago, he trailed 5-3 against Maguire in Stockport in the Players' Championship. And he produced a little magic act to somehow win that one.
28. $29.
Overly enamoured with that one either, but it might work in his favour, because he's going to be bringing those two reds into play after the pot. We know what he's like at getting the cue ball back up table, so if he can land nicely
35.
on the colour following this, they're all there for him, because these reds are going to be in open play now.
36.
Got to run. Got to run. It just about has.
$41. 42. $48. $49.
So the big shot coming up for the yellow, and then surely it's his frame. And hasn't got there.
56. Thank you. Judd Trump, 56.
In many ways, it's been that sort of match. It's not straightforward just to clear up there, just as it wasn't straightforward for Ali Carter to win the frame at one visit. It's been so dramatic. Just don't know how many more twists are left. But the fact is, this frame's still anyone's. Everyone engrossed in this extraordinary contest. So much incident in it. Oh, has he covered this? This could be a snooker, you know. Yeah, he held his hand up. Wow. Another bit of fortune at the right time.
Judd's so relieved to see the cue ball Tight to the side cushion. It might stop Ali having a go at it, but he's eyeing it up. The good news is he's bound to have some kind of shot at the green, but boy, this is a tough pot. Yeah, probably, you know, fair play, worth a go. Was bound to be on the green.
Well, this passage of play indicative of the wider contest we've seen tonight. Pressure, of course, slightly more on Trump's shoulders because he's 5-4 down. Cannot afford to leave this yellow. Good chance for Carter.
Thank you.
Well, this is going to be a snooker, just about.
Such a good shot, that. Might not yield a chance from Ali, but it certainly gives Judd the upper hand for the moment. Yeah, good shot by Ali. Cue ball in the middle of the baulk cushion now. Cushion first, push the yellow down this end. Can he play it? Yeah, but there is a gap. It just depends the path of the cue ball, whether Ali decides he can take the yellow on. Well, nearly 7 minutes now on this yellow. And just because the other balls are on their spots, it does feel whoever pots it will probably win the frame. Not necessarily going to happen from what we've already seen tonight, but obviously first good chance falls to whoever pots this yellow. Judd Trump has to get it safe. That is an unbelievably good shot. He played it exactly like that. I mean, you could see a slither of yellow. That was all. He actually deliberately played it to kill the cue ball on the baulk cushion and keep the cue ball left of centre and the yellow just in the right half. A wonderful shot.
Foul and a miss.
As you were, this will be going back. 21 to the good, so it's vital, isn't it, that he hits it this time.
This way to balls. No, this way. Full boat towards you. More.
This is how it ended up.
And now
in
just
Snooker.
the
This
touch
was Trump's
this way.
wonder shot.
A bit more.
Just
Yep.
working out the cue ball here. Referee and marker.
Yeah, Judd. Thank you. Thanks, Daisy.
I think he'll settle for this. More than settle for it.
Yeah, whatever next. And it's an easy swerve to hit the yellow. The one cushion escape isn't really on because the middle pocket's in the way as he goes deep with the cue ball.
Let's be honest, this is what we live for, Alan, isn't it? A late night battle on the colours. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the little nudges and kisses, they all play their part, don't they? In the drama. .11 minutes now on this yellow.
Yeah, at first glance it doesn't look all that good a chance, this, but the cue ball is going to catch the blue nice and thick. Just cushion it, you'd imagine. Half decent chance of getting on the green if he wants it. Decided to avoid it going deep now. Is he on the green? Yes, I think he is. The easier the pot is if you go round the houses. I think he's just playing one cushion, all the eggs are going in the basket. Big shot.
Wow. It wiped its feet, but he now has his chance to get this one. Another one. This shot kind of sums up the evening, really. We weren't quite sure, but it dropped. What an effort it's been from both players.
Nine.
Okay, this is it. Pink, no problem. Black, a sitter. This is it right here and now.
Well, it's not been the smoothest descent for the captain into the semi-finals of the Players' Championship. He's 2 balls away, though.
20.
It's been an absolute thriller, this. I'm sure a lot of people here were hoping it would go the distance. Ali Carter has other ideas. The black for victory. And he's over the line.
In the match.
What a match. What a battle between these 2 great players. Ali Carter will be absolutely delighted. He's the first man into the semi-finals of the Players' Championship here in Telford. He's beaten Judd Trump by 6 frames to 4. And after the break, we will have all the reaction.